Good afternoon, everyone. It's Pamsa here at Ngozi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, led from within. I'm on my own today, and just my apology. I was meant to be here at 1 p.m., so I decided I was gonna let my family watch the movie without disturbing them, and then they come on live now. And here I am. So our topic today, we are talking about love, the meaning of love. What is the meaning of love? And hold on. I'm just trying to see if anyone is, if I can get to social media. So what is the meaning of love? And love is a complex feeling that can be, it can be really, really, really difficult to define. And I don't know, some people define as love like intimacy. Some people define love as a relationship, but love and relationship, to me, I feel that they are two different things. Love in general, love is a strong connection between two people, or it could be a family member that we love, or it could be a friend that we love. But where does love actually come from? It can be romantic, it can be passionate, it can be self-love, even a strong friendship. Love can be positive, it can be negative. So I just want you guys to listen very, very carefully. It can be a negative, but always important. Love is important because is the foundation of a healthy relationship. I've not said what exactly define love, what is. So I'm just saying what is love. Love is, without love, a relationship can quickly become toxic and destructive, or it can be a disaster. Love is something that should be cherished and protected. It's the thing that makes a relationship feel worth loving. So what does it mean to love someone? What does it mean? So if there is anyone who is watching on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Facebook, please feel free to actually type and let me know the definition. What do you believe to be true about love, the definition of love in your own language? What do you believe to be true? I know some people, they translate love in so many ways. But so what does it mean to love someone? What is the word love exactly mean? It's hard to put it in words, but it's sometimes that you is something that is within. For me, the way I describe love is in my heart. I'm going to show you this. Love is in my heart, and that's what I believe, that no one can take the love away from me, and no one can give me the love that I want. No one can actually fulfill my expectations of love. I know people say, okay, I need a man that is going to love me, or I need a woman that is going to love me, or that is going to accept me for who I am. So I'm going to show you something. So you say this is a locker, it's a padlock. The padlock is a key, it has the key. That's what I believe what love is about. The padlock, it has the key. So that's what my heart is. That's what I believe what love is. Love comes from within. So if somebody rejects me, the meaning of love is somebody rejects me, they cannot take away what's on the inside, because I have not given them, although the padlock is there, but I've not given them this, the key. I've loved the love. in my heart, and I decide who I am going to share my love with. But when I meet somebody, or my mother, or my father, or my siblings, or my friends, or my tribe, my work tribe, or anyone that I meet, so when I meet that person, I tell them my story, the movie of my life, who is Nomsa. And they choose to relate to my story. Once they relate to my story, they will sympathize with me. And I do the same with them. And then the connection is met. Once we make that connection, me, it's either intimacy or friendship or connection with my mother. My mother knew me, she carried me for 9 months. So we have umbilical, we are connected through umbilical cord. So I get to choose to cut that cord. So what I'm trying to explain to people is I get to choose to cut. If my relationship, if I decide, because I'm still have the padlock in my heart, I respond, I choose how to respond when it comes to relationship. I can choose how to respond, the love, the meaning of love. I cannot meet somebody and connect with them and then they take away the love from me. They can't do that unless if I decide to give them this. The love of a parent is a connection. It's a connection that cannot be broken, but a choice can cut that cord. If I decide my parents, let's say there are some people who don't choose who their parents should be, but they get born by parents who are not responsible. And those parents, they say they are alcoholic, they are on drugs, or they do all different things. And that child is an innocent child, but when that child gets older, that child gets to choose. Because that child is already got the locker, a padlock, and they've got the key. They decide to cut the cord off their parents. They have that choice. It's even in the Bible that you have a choice. A parent is somebody, could be somebody who chooses to raise you, to accept you in their heart, and they raise you as their own, even if they're not biological parents. So in your heart, you get to choose the meaning of love that is going to go into your heart. But if you choose that my mother is a disaster, and I'm choosing my life to see the love of my parents as a disaster, and I'm choosing my life to be a disaster for the rest of my life, you can give away the key to your parents and have a disastrous life. Or when it comes to intimacy relationship, it's painful to date somebody maybe for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 9 years, 10 years, 20 years, and that relationship breaks down. But when the relationship breaks down, we've got to understand that what's the meaning of love? Love comes from within, and no one can take that away from me. I'm okay, I'm gonna be okay. If this person decided to walk away from me, I'm not going to give them this, because this belongs to me. I choose how to respond to my life. I'm going to choose how I respond to every situation in my life. I'm going to choose the meaning of love. The meaning of love is I am going to be okay. Because love and relationship are two different things. As long as we can know how to separate this, love comes from within. You meet men when they're talking with each other, they say, go and buy a nice car, honey. They tell their mates, go and buy a nice car. What do they call each other? Mates, go and buy a nice car. You're going to get the girls, good looking, and men will go and change their looks. And they'll go and buy Aston Martin. and they go and buy all these cars, different cars that they love, because they want to get a beautiful girl. And then the girls will be like, you know what? Go have your hair done, girl, and go buy me these products, this makeup, this brand is gorgeous. It will make you look stunning. And then girls go and change their looks, buy products, the products that they love, and they'll buy beautiful clothes and fake eyelashes, and they'll put their fake nails. Remember, we are not working on ourselves inside. Love is completely rejected. So to them, going to buy these things is going to attract love. That's who I used to be. And, they go and do all these things, but inside they're still broken. And they meet somebody, their relationship end up the same story. Please let me try. Actually, when my relationship broke down, at the time I wrote my song, Please Let Me Try. I'll take away your pain. And it was so hard. Even now I've come so far, I find it hard to actually forgive myself. I wonder why is so hard to live without you, until I realized actually I needed to fix what was on the inside of me. So we go and buy these beautiful cars to impress women. Men go to the gym. They want to impress. They want to get a good woman. To them, that's what love, that's what is going to attract love. And women will do whatever they do to attract love. Looking good, I'm looking sexy. They'll go and buy nice bras to lift their boobies up so that the boobies attract men. They go and buy the body shapes that actually will shape their bodies so that when they walk, shake that body so that he can notice you. And then the man will be attracted because he sees what he sees is beautiful, but inside that woman is broken. And then we find this ordinary woman. She's, let's say, 16 stone, and she's married. She's beautiful inside. She knows she's overweight, but she loves herself so much in a way that God cannot describe how much that woman feels inside. And then you have this woman, she's so beautiful. She goes to the gym 7 days a week, but inside she's broken. When she meets a man, all she does is she has some talking problems. She has some unforgiveness problems, because to her love, we believe that love is in our outer world, how we look, we're going to attract the love, but that's not the case. And then this woman who is 6 stone, she knows how to deal with the brokenness. She actually goes and read personal development books, and she works on herself, and she loves herself more. She's like, whatever the pain that I've gone through in the past, God forgive me. And she knows how to deal with her inner world because she understands where does love comes from. And then you see this woman, she's like the woman that goes to the gym 7 days a week, she's looking good, and her life ends up in same disaster because she doesn't understand the meaning of love. Then she look at this woman that is overweight, and she's like, why me? Why is she married? But I'm not, because this one understands what is the meaning of love. And she knows, this woman that is overweight, that love is not about weight. I don't have to lose weight to go and find a man to get married and to love somebody. I don't need to do that. I need to accept myself for who I am, for what God has created me. And she knows that if she gets rejected, she knows the meaning of love, that I have the padlock in my heart, and no one can take away the love that I have within me. She knows, this woman that is overweight, she knows that even though I'm being called that I'm overweight, but I understand what love means. I understand who I am as a person, because I'm not going to give away this. It belongs to me. That is the meaning of love. Love, the key. If you don't give away the key to somebody else, you will understand what love is about. If business don't go right, it's a connection, it's a relationship. It doesn't mean that you have to be broken. It's forgiveness. We learn. We don't go around and start judging ourselves and say, I made mistakes, I shouldn't have done that. But you see this woman that we call her overweight. She understands what life, she understands how the earth works. She understands who is the creator of the universe. She understands how to speak with the universe. You see these guys that goes around and say, I'm going to buy a nice car to get a good woman. We are dealing with the outer world. But yes, it's okay to love the outer world, and it is okay to actually love our inner world. When we love our inner world, when we love ourselves, it means that I'm going to take good care of myself. It means that I'm going to choose how I respond when that relationship doesn't work out, because I understand that the love that I have within me cannot be taken away. I'm sharing the love with my spouse. I'm sharing it. I'm going to, when I meet someone, when someone is single, when you meet someone, you tell them your story. Where do you come from? I'm African. I didn't grow up in the United Kingdom. So I tell them my story, where I come from. And they ask, do you have siblings? They are asking the movie about my life. Do you have siblings? Yes, I'm letting you into my life. Yes, I do have siblings. And you ask the same questions. You are actually asking the movie of their lives. And they ask you, your parents, are they alive? Yes, they are alive if they are, or if they've passed. Maybe my mom and my dad is passed, and my mom, she's alive, or my dad is passed, or my mom, she's alive. And they're like, oh, when did that happen? You're telling the story. And then that person is relating to your story. When you are meeting somebody, you tell them their movie, they're getting into your world, you get into their world. And then they relate to your story, and you relate to their story. If you relate to their story and they relate to you, and they ask you questions. What do you do for work? This is what I do. And what about you? Wow, what made you actually take that path with your career? Oh, wow, this is the story. This is what happened. And then after, when you related to their story, now, why are you single? I've not found the right person. And I'm hoping that one day I will. And once I do, I'll be the happiest man or the happiest woman on earth. And then the conversation, now person will relate, and she'll be like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And this one will be, this is exactly what I'm looking for. But if there is no connection, they are happy. These two people, they will be happy that they met and they go separate ways. But if the conversation continues, they talk to each other, they have sympathized to each other. Once they sympathize, once somebody go into a sympathizing stage and they relate to you, normally when people go and meet each other, before they into relate stage or into sympathize stage, people will start, the person will start saying, I think I'm in love. Like, no, you're not. You can't be in love with something that you don't know. Are you in love with the looks, or are you in love with the actual person? Because if I met someone and we swap the phone numbers and we are talking on the phone and we're connecting, so I can't say I'm in love with you, because I still need to ask the questions about the movie of your life. And once you tell me about the movie of your life, I sympathize. And when I sympathize, when I'm in the stage of sympathizing, this is when I have to ask you, so how can I save you? If I was to be your girlfriend, how do I save you as your queen? And then the man will ask the same question. If I was your king, how would I save you? So now we are creating a relationship. The meaning, the love is still there, is with me. And the man's love within himself is with him. And then once I actually, my heart accept this person, that this is what this person wants me to serve them. And this is what, this is how I'm going to say, this is what this person wants me to save the king. And this person wants me to save them. And that's when we decide to make the connection. Once the connection is made, and then the love is connected. The love is sharing. So I'm able to share my love with you. And the king is able to share his love with me. And once the king shares his love with that person, then the other person, then the relationship is, love is being created. Once that love is being created, then the other person, then there is a connection that is being made, but I'm still holding the key. Once you understand the meaning of love, and you decide how you are going to share that love with someone, you cannot actually lose the love that you have, because the love that you have, that's what makes you unique. And that is the definition of love. If you understand the difference between love and relationship. Without love, a relationship can become stale and lifeless. With any strong emotional life can be both beautiful and non-destructive. Love can be a source of comfort in times of difficulties, because when someone is going through the difficult times and the other person, they are able to comfort that person, and then it will be then up to that person, is either if they want to share their love with the other person or they want to receive it, is up to them. So that's what love is about. And of course, there's the matter of trust. If you can't trust the person, if you cannot trust the person that you love with your deepest secret, then that's not worth having that relationship. So how do we reinforce the meaning of love? How do we reinforce? If anyone wants to actually comment, if you're watching from YouTube and you are watching from Twitter, please feel free to actually comment. If you understand how to reinforce the meaning of love and you have the ideas, feel free to get involved into the conversation and have a conversation. And how do we reinforcing the meaning of love? You have to learn to love from within. Connect to the spirit of love naturally. So how do we connect? How do we become that? How do we become? So some people say, when they're speaking to their loved ones, they're like, I cannot live without that person, or I cannot do this without that person. But for me, I believe that is self-love. No one can love you the way you expect. When you are a human being and you expect another flesh to fulfill your love, I believe that you will always be disappointed. The reason why I'm saying you will always be disappointed is because people will let you down when it comes to love. They will always let you down, but not because they want to, is because there is no one on earth that can fulfill the love or your expectations that you have regarding the love, what you believe to be true about love. No one can fulfill that. If anyone says, no, sir, this is not true, I can fulfill my wife, or I can fulfill my spouse or my husband with the love that I have in my heart, please feel free to leave a comment. Only God can love us unconditional. Only God can fulfill our desires. If you expect someone else to actually fulfill your love, your desires, you're always going to be in that disappointment place, because love comes from within. You cannot fulfill anyone else's expectation, no matter how hard you try. A relationship is all about understanding what is a relationship, the difference between a relationship and love. Romantic relationship is not just based on love. Some people say is based on this, is based on this, but it is two people who enters each other's world, and they learn each other's world. When somebody enters your world, they have to learn your world. They have to relate to your world. They have to relate. They have to understand your needs. They have to learn about your life. And once they learn about your life, then that connection, then you make the connection. Normally, when two people enter a relationship, when it comes to love, the meaning of love, when two people enter a relationship, 1 year in a relationship is joy after joy. Is joy after joy. Then after that, it's problems, it's pain. Sometimes it's family members, they interfere with that meaning of love, they interfere with the relationship. And but what is it? What is love? For me, love is something that is activated within. It's not an outfit. It's not my spouse love me when I'm wearing this kind of clothing. For me, it's not. Some people, they say, oh, if my spouse loves me when I wear this, they love this. Maybe we can say like, he loves it so much when I do this, when I do this, when I do this, go and buy fake hair, that makes us feel like miserable. They'll tell you, go and buy fake makeup. Your husband will like you, or your wife will like you when you do this, the haircut, then you go to the gym, like I said before, and the looks and the things that makes us look good. And they'll say, focus on the looks, but our inner world is the most important thing. Of course, we have to dress up. Of course, we have to look good. And of course, we work hard. We have to buy nice cars. But if we don't look after within the inner world, those nice cars, we'll drive them from the grave. And we won't enjoy them, because there will be depression. There will be anxiety. We won't even enjoy that relationship because of the anxiety. So if you are a person and a human being, and you are watching this video, and you're entering 2023, so I actually ask you, if you can change your mindset, know that what's on the inside of me is greater than what's on the outside. The relationship in love. Just tell yourself that I understand the relationship and love are two different things. The doing in the world it's a relationship. The doing, what we do, we help people out, we forge relationships, we help our spouse, we go charities, we make connection, businesses, we make connections, everything. We meet our siblings, our families, our parents, we forge that relationship, we do things with them. But when it comes to love, love is a connection. It's an energy. It's an energy that creates a relationship. And relationship is the management of life. So if you understand that love is a connection within me, no one can take the padlock and the key unless I decide to give them power. Because when you give somebody the key of your life, that means you give them power. And then you have the relationship is the management of life. It needs to be managed. But then when it comes to the love within, with the love within, you need the skills to be able to control your emotions. How do you respond to situations in life? So that's what love is about, loving yourself, unconditional, choosing the battles that you can actually face. And some battles that has nothing to do with you, you walk away. And when it comes to a relationship, you need to have the right skills. And when it comes to love, you need to understand and know how to connect with someone properly. Relationship needs compassion. The meaning of life. Can we define the meaning of life? Love. Because it's something that is within you. We can't define it, but only you can actually explain what does love mean when you actually understand. The love within you cannot be controlled by any other human being. It cannot be controlled unless if you decide to give away this. You are in charge of your emotions. You don't have control in what happens in this world. Some people, they actually, you hear them say, okay, I don't think that love exists anymore. I don't think that there is a good man out there who can love me the way that I expect. Yes, you are right. There's not. Because our expectations cannot be fulfilled by a human being. So you are in charge of your emotions, and you are in charge of this, the key. You don't have control in what happens in this world. You don't have control of what happens to your spouse's world. They have their own control. So that's where we need to understand what is the meaning of love. I cannot control my spouse. If my spouse decides, Nomsa, I do not want to be with you today, I'm going to be okay, because I know the meaning of love is because I have this, the key. The key is for me, I control my world, how I want to respond to my disappointments. I control to my world how I respond to my rejection. I control my world how I respond, whatever people call shame. In some countries, they say no, even if someone is in an abusive relationship, they say, no, you can't leave your husband, or you cannot leave your wife, because it will bring shame to our family. No, it will not bring shame to my family because I choose to free myself. I understand the meaning of love, that God created me to understand what love is. So I understand, and I am going to take away my key, and I'm going to keep my key and live with the dignity. I am not going to allow somebody abusing me because I'm afraid that I'm going to shame my family. I'm not going to let anyone treat me however they want because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose or business deal or whatever that is. I have a choice how to define love within my life. Within me is a choice. Love cannot be found in the universe or in any galaxy. Is here in this galaxy. Is in the galaxy. If anyone wants to comment, please feel free to comment. I like it when I hear people's opinions. So love is in this galaxy. That galaxy belongs to me. The energy, I choose which energy to respond to any galaxy. So I choose which energy I need to accept in my life. People will tell you life is in the air. They tell you, buy nice cars. You will get a beautiful man, get a beautiful woman. Lose weight, buy sexy clothes. You will find that handsome man that you want. Everything is basically is like, go and do this. You'll find a beautiful this, beautiful this. If you are single, there's one thing that you need to do. Work within yourself. Deal with what's your inner world. Find out what is going wrong with him. Love is not in the air. We cannot find love in the air. Love is within. You have the key. As long as you understand that buying sexy cars, buying beautiful, going to the gym is for you to feel good. It's for you to feel good within because it's your body. You do things how you want it to, how you want. And going to buy a nice car, it's your desires, it's your needs. It's absolutely 100% fine. But I don't think that buying a nice car is going to give you a beautiful woman. No, it's not. You will pick the wrong woman because of this car that you bought. The woman, any woman who has got no brain, who just say, oh, he has a beautiful car. I have my needs that I need to fulfill. I need a man to pay my bills. I need a man that I can use when I'm going out. I don't want to buy my own beer. So I need a man to buy me a beer. So I need a man who can take me on expensive holidays. He's got a nice car. He can afford that. But you are looking for one thing. You're looking for somebody to share the beautiful love that you have found within. And then if you go the wrong way, then you end up picking the wrong person, and then the love will go wrong because you are looking at your outer world. First, you need to look at your inner world. And then once you look at your inner world, the outer world is the connection between you and your inner world. So if you look at on the outside, forgetting that your soul inside of you is greater than what's on the outside, then you end up dating the wrong man or dating the wrong woman, or if you get rejected, you end up handing over the keys. The relationship go wrong, people change. And they have a right to change however they feel. People have a right to decide, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Or they have right to actually change whatever they want. But you don't have to unlock the love that you want. You don't have to actually unlock the love and hand it over to that person when they leave. You don't have to say, my spouse doesn't love me. Is so when we met, he used to be this, he used to be this, he used to be this. No, that means he's messed up, he's facing some challenges. All you got to do is work on yourself and let him work it, do him. Once she does her and him, but your love, you're still holding your key. You just have to wish someone well You have the key to transform the energy that you want within you. Once you hand over this, both of them, and you unlock it, that becomes dangerous. Become really, really dangerous. Once you unlock this and give it over, hand it over, it needs to be locked, belongs to you. Belongs to you. No matter how painful that is. 3 years in a relationship, 2 years, 6 months, relationships are painful. It does not matter how long you've met someone, but if you trust that person, you hand over your heart, it can end in disaster. So you don't have to hand over the locker because that person, they've decided they don't want to be in that relationship. You hold the key to your life. You can transform the life that you want because you have the key. Once you hand over the padlock and the key to the other person, that means you will start experiencing anxiety. You will start experiencing depression. So no matter what is going on in our lives, we have a choice of how we respond to rejection of love. We have a choice of how we respond to the cheating relationships. We have a choice of how we respond to betrayal. As long as you have the key. If you keep your key, you will determine the meaning of love. You get to decide what is the meaning of love. Nomsa does not have to tell you because you have control. What happens in the world or around you, you have the control. And you have the control on how you want to share the love within. When you give away the key to someone else, it will determine your love, how your love will look like within. The key will open depression. And that person will throw away the key. And that means they control you. If you are in a relationship, you have to learn how to define love in your own way. Not, there's some people, the relationship is not going right. So if you ask them what is love, they'll tell you love is pain. There's no such thing as love. Love is full of disasters. They will tell you that love is full of disappointments. They have all these lists that they have created. And, but they have a choice on how to love. They have a choice. That person has a choice on how they're going to actually love you and how they're going to love themselves. People have the ideas of what the key, what is believed to be true about love. It doesn't matter who tells you. They don't want to be with you anymore. Anyone who comes to you and tell you, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want to do business with you anymore. Be okay with it because you have the key. You create what you want within you. That love is within. So what do you believe to be true about love? So that's what I would love to hear. If you want to comment and let me know, that's what I love to hear. What do you believe to be true about love? And when you feel you don't understand the meaning of love within, that means something within you has given someone the power. That means you have to find that light within. Never choose distraction when you feel that we are human beings. We are bound to feel the darkness. We are bound to feel life, it doesn't make sense. We are bound to get into confusion. We are bound to feel that no one loves us. But when you do feel that way, so I will ask you to actually choose the light. When you choose the light, it means you hold the key. Even when life it does not make sense, you do not, never ever have to sacrifice your life for someone's sake. God does not say you can sacrifice for someone's love. So you can look at what does it mean in the Bible? What is the essence of love? When it comes to God, God says love is patient, love is kind, it doesn't envy, it does not boast, it's not proud, it's not rude, it's not self-seeking, it's not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. When you rejoice with the truth, it means no matter how many times people hurt you, I'm going to be okay, but I'm going to choose which environment where I am going to hang out. I'm going to be okay when someone says maybe they're better than me, when someone says they don't want to be with me, when someone says they don't want to hang out with me. It means that I'm going to be okay and I'm going to trust the process. I'm always going to have hope. I'm always going to have perseverance. I'm always going to persevere. So it means that you understand what love means. Love never fails because God is love. God says that I'm going away. I don't know your beliefs. He says that I'm going away and I'm going to send somebody, the Holy Spirit, to be with you. It means that whatever you want in life, whatever you do, whether you believe in God, whether you don't believe in God, He created the earth. So it means the earth is God. So you can means if you don't believe in Him, you can call out on the earth to protect you, to love you, to help you when you feel like life it doesn't make sense. So it means you get to decide how you live your life. You get to decide who you want to be in your life. You don't force anyone to be in your life. God does not force Himself to be in anyone's life. Those who come to Him do so in response of His love. So as long as you understand the kindness of love, as long as you understand the good when you do good without, when you go to everyone without partiality, you understand that what exactly is love. Love is something that no one can explain. It's inside of you and no one can take away. No matter, we live in this world where people go and judge people and they will tell you this one is this one is this. But when it comes to the truth, I cannot judge anyone by just looking at them or just by maybe saying, oh, this person, I can't love this person because they're this, because they're this. I always give my clients some advice and say, you know what, if you are looking for love, don't judge a book by its cover. When I send you the profile, you still have to meet that person and you still have to decide because the pictures can lie. It depends when somebody's having a good day or bad day, the pictures can come out different. So it's important to actually judge somebody just by maybe make your own decision by meeting somebody and decide whether you love that person or you don't love that person. And also, when you understand the meaning of love, it means I'm going to enter into the spirit of love and the spirit of saving, and I'm going to define love my own way. And that's what I believe. And no matter how hard life it gets, I'm not going to give away the key to someone else because I understand the meaning of love. It means I have the key in my heart. The key, the meaning of love. I understand what love is. I understand And I'm going to keep loving myself, even when life does not make sense. I'm not going to have expectations of somebody. I need to find men. When I find a man, then I'm going to love myself more. Or when I find a woman, when I go on the dating site or go and register with the matchmaker, once I find a woman or a man that I need, I'm going to be happy. No, you don't have to live that life. Everything comes from within. Happiness is within. Is found within. And when that happiness is found within, you will never ever be disappointed when it comes to when life throws you with the disappointments, when life throws you with the rejections, when life throws you with things that you don't expect, you will not be disappointed, but you work towards your healing, you work towards forgiveness, because you understand that no one can actually give you that love. You are the only person that can hold the key of love. You are the person that can love you. You are the person that can fulfill your desires, your expectations. What do you expect in life? It means you work to fulfill your expectations inside, within. You have to work on your personal development, work on your mindset, work on your emotions, create habits. And when you create habits, and those smaller habits, then you're creating the love that you want. You create the love that you want. When a man enters your life or a woman enters your life, they will share that life with you. And when they do share the life with you, relationship is formed, and the connection is made. Once the connection is made, then you share the love that you found with you. Once you share the love that you find with your spouse, if one day your spouse decide you are not good enough, and you tell them that I am good enough for me, you're not going to throw away the key and give them the key. You're going to tell them that I am good enough for me, because I believe, I understand what love is. Love is within. I cannot define it. It's unexplainable. I cannot define it, and no one can fulfill me. I can share the discovery of that love. No one can fulfill your desires. So if you have any comment, if you want to comment, please guys, feel free to comment, and feel free to go to my eyes. I don't know what's going on with my eyes. So feel free to go to www.hseia.com. If you are looking for love and you are single looking for love, you can register on my website, press where it says join as a woman, or press join as a man, and get in touch with me. We'll do the process together, and please connect with the other coaches at Ngosi Talk Shows. I don't know what's going on with my eyes. So please connect with the other coaches at Ngosi Talk Shows. I will see you guys on Wednesday. I'm not here tomorrow. Live with grace, everyone, and God bless.